Hi, my name is Elisa Gonzalez. I am the Social Sciences and Education Librarian here at New Mexico State University. Today I'm going to show you how to access SocINDEX to find articles for different sociology assignments, but in general we're looking at the 501 class, so I'm going to speak in reference to that class in particular. So this is our library's homepage. The first thing you want to do is to get to the library's homepage, and by that you can type in the URL lib.nmsu.edu, and this will be the screen that you see next. This search box leads to most of our materials that we have. So I could find books, but we are looking for articles, and that's where you will be able to find the SocINDEX database. So you can either type in SocINDEX here, or you can use the pull-down menu to find sociology. Once I click on Go, I'm taken to a screen that has two databases that I recommend. Although there are many other databases that may have information that is helpful for sociology and sociologists, we recommend that you use SocINDEX, at least as a starting point, and most likely a main resource to find your articles. So part of the reason why we use SocINDEX versus other ones is that by using SocINDEX, we have limited our results to journals that solely are sociology journals or deal with very specific topics in sociology. As you know, sociology is very different from other social sciences, and in many ways what is very important are the subject terms. Sociology tends to use specific terms that other social sciences do not use at all times. So we may come back and use the subject terms. So these are the basic search boxes that you'll find. If you are getting too many results, you can always use what we call Boolean operators. There is and, or not. In general, your basic search will have and. Sometimes it is helpful to use not, in particular when you are finding results that are not quite what you're looking for. So let's say you are looking at childcare in the United States versus childcare in Great Britain. It may come to a point where if you are looking at childcare, you may be only getting results that also mention India or different areas. If you want to limit it and see if there's any information, this is a good way to start. It's not 100% definitive, but it is a decent place to start. Either way, we're going to use and for this search. It's a good idea to click on linked full text if you are dealing with an assignment that requires you to have the full text, but also beyond having that, if you are in a time crunch, this is kind of a good thing to use. But I'd recommend as sociology students that you deselect this initially. The reason why I say that is you can request these articles through the database. If you do that, it only takes, the estimate that we give is 2 business days. So those articles will literally be directly submitted into your email address. So for this moment, we're not going to use linked full text, though we may come to that. But since we are looking for scholarly peer-reviewed journals, we will select this box. So let's say that I want to do a paper on social stratification and the African American community. Sometimes I just try a basic keyword search. So I'll do social stratification. It gives you suggestions. I tend to use this for spelling mostly. So it's already done a quick search. So as you can see, it's collected almost 4,000 articles. But I can also see that I may need to add African Americans, and I may need to limit to academic journals, just to make sure I'm getting those articles that my professor would like. So I'm going to add African American, and search again. Okay, so right away, it's narrowed down to 112 results. When I look at these results, I can immediately see that some have that PDF full text and others do not. It's kind of simple. If I see PDF full text, I can access that article right away. Sometimes it's very helpful to select Find Full Text at NMSU in a case like this, because perhaps we have the journal somewhere else, which is the British Journal of Sociology. We may have that in a different database or have access to it in an additional way. So if you don't see this PDF, you can try this first, and if not, you can select for it to be requested through interlibrary loan. So initially what I'll do is I will look into the first few results. So when I see here, that's very, very helpful, are subject terms. So for example, social stratification is not a term that's used in all social sciences. You might see things that say class or economic class. It's all the same thing, but in particular, social stratification is used in sociology. So from here I can see the author, which may link back to articles that this author has also published that can be found in this database. So I can look at the abstract, I can see it, and sometimes I'll find articles that it's not quite exactly what I'm looking for, but this might be very interesting if you're speaking about social stratification within the population of Black or African American citizens. So I think I do like this. This is also interesting because I haven't even thought about Caribbean Americans. So when I click on this, I get to the full text. So once I have the full text, this is 26 pages. Although it's 26 pages, this may be an extremely helpful database and article for you. On this side here, it does show the other articles that are in this issue of this journal. What I tend to do here is if I want to print it, I download it, and it'll be downloaded to my computer. And then I can print it from there. No matter what, I add it to this folder here. Once I've added it to the folder, I'll be able to access it again this session. You can switch searches, you can also go to different databases. But let's stay in SocINDEX, and we've already put this in the folder. Something that might also be helpful is I open up a Word document when I'm doing research or Google Docs, and I select Cite. So this will give me different citation styles. So as you can see, we don't see ASA here. ASA is very important for us to use in sociology research. It is the preferred format for most journals that are associated with the American Sociological Association. So since I don't see this, what I can do is I can select what I believe to be maybe the most complete citation that will work for me. So when I go back to use ASA through an online guide, I can use this basic information, cut and paste, and move it all around. So I can cut and paste that, and I can put it into a document. Once I go back to the result list, I can continue to select articles. So this is about the United States. This is about Los Angeles. I think this may be very, very interesting. So I will select that. This may be an article that I would like. Once I've selected the articles I need, I can go up to the folder, and I've selected 3 articles. From here, what I do is I usually select all of them, unless I have large results, like I find 25 articles that I really like. If I find those 23 articles that I really like, maybe after doing some searching, I decide some of those are not helpful, so I can just deselect them. Something that I do that's very helpful for myself is I can print any articles that I might need if I'm near an available printer, and that's a way that I like to access and absorb information. Some of us are more print oriented than others. And you can select email. From here you'll email the articles, and sometimes what's important is there's the PDF as a separate attachment. There's current history, so you'll be aware of the subject terms that you are using. So I will just use my information. So I'm going to email it to myself, and I select the subject, social stratification, and this selected my name, which let's see if that works. That should be interesting. Select citation format, and I'm just going to use American Psychological Association. And when I click on send, my email has been sent to my email address. So what I usually tend to do is I usually wait about 10 minutes, and then I return to my email, and I make sure that those articles have been sent to me. There will also be a listing of the citations there. Once again, cut and paste it. That's a very, very basic demonstration of SocINDEX. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Email is a good way to get a hold of me, so agonzalez@nmsu.edu, or feel free to call me at 1-575-646-6926. Thank you very much, and I hope this has been helpful.